Hello, and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News, your source for the finest 2A propaganda brought to you by TNVC.com. Today I want to kick things off with a story that by all rights ought to include Florida man. What would you do if you came home to find a man armed with an AR chilling in your house? That's what happened to a couple in Santa Fe, New Mexico, but nobody got drawn on or even found out. The man broke in, drank some beer, ate some food, showered, and slept, and when the homeowners came home, he apologized profusely and gave them $200 for the window he broke to get in. While he packed his things up, he told the couple his family had been killed in Texas and he was on the run. He then slipped away without a trace and deputies were unable to find him.
That's something else.
TNVC.com, night vision devices for people who need gratuitous amounts of seeing in the dark. With all new flavors like sour apple green phosphor, white cherry phosphor, and beer. Seeing, you'll be good at it. Science, night vision, science, night vision. TNVC night vision is made with real dark matter. You'll be so good at seeing, you'll be able to see through time. NRA CEO and suspected Peggy sympathizer Wayne LaPierre cost the NRA $174,000 just for his own personal attorney in 1 month. But the NRA's legal troubles aren't confined to just covering up LaPierre's personal corruption. Altogether, their coven of litigant warlocks have cost the organization 10 times as much as the NRA spends on its core mission of marksmanship and safety training. All told, the NRA spent over $31 million on legal fees last year, all while hemorrhaging members and leaking revenue like a sieve. Since 2018, the NRA's revenue stream has been cut almost in half, so the organization continues to divert money from its primary mission in order to pay the bills. With or without help from the NRA, we continue to chalk up victory after victory at the state level, though. State preemption laws prohibit counties and cities from passing their own more restrictive gun laws, which create a confusing game of high-stakes hopscotch for gun owners where one can never really be sure of how to comply with draconian gun laws. Of course, that's a feature, not a bug. The whole point is to try to make it too confusing for an average person to carry a gun legally. Currently, 45 states have firearm prevention laws to prevent this, and Utah is one of them. Kind of. Again? Maybe. Hang on and I'll explain. SB 115 recently passed the Utah Senate in a landslide, and now it moves on to the House, where it has a really good chance of passing, considering the House, already passed preemption bills the last 2 years in a row before they were killed in the Senate. So now that it's passed the Senate, should pass the House. Utah already has a law which prohibits local governments from passing laws regarding the ownership, possession, transfer, or transport of a gun, but Salt Lake County used a loophole in that law to require all vendors at gun shows to conduct background checks, even for private sales. The new law will make it absolutely crystal clear the state government alone has the authority to regulate guns in any way whatsoever. Whether or not you live in Utah, please take a moment to call the legislature to encourage them to move this bill through. If you have the time, you could go to house.utah.gov/house-members and speak with individual politicrators.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But if you don't have the time for all that, just call 801-538-1029 and ask to be connected with Brad Wilson's office. He's the Speaker for the House. Remember, this bill passed the House easily in the past, so all he needs is a little gentle encouragement to act like the leader we all know he can be.
4 more years of Georgia, 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 Georgia.
Georgia is on the inside track to be the 22nd state to pass permitless carry. SB 319 recently passed out of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Of course, it still awaits a vote in both the Senate and the House, but 31 of the state's 56 senators co-sponsored the bill, so I think it's safe to predict it will pass the Senate, and Governor Brian Kemp has promised to sign it. That's no reason we should take our eye off the balls, though. Whether or not you live in Georgia, please take a moment to call those politicrators. Unfortunately, Georgia doesn't have a main switchboard for their General Assembly, so you can just go ahead and call the Senate President's Office at 404-656-6578 and ask to be connected. They'll be able to look up the senators and representatives by city or county. Tell them 21 other states already have permitless carry, and absolutely none of them have experienced any increase in crime as a result. Tell them the state of Georgia has no business standing between the citizens of Georgia and their natural right to be discreetly armed. Tell them if they vote against SB 319, you will campaign for their opposition in the next primary. That'll get their attention. And now, your moment of Zen. Well, friends, that's all I have for you today, but before I go, I just want to take the time to remind you to stop and check and see whether you're still subscribed to our channel. Our robot overlords in the tube of yous know what we want better than we could possibly know for ourselves, so they just go ahead and unsubscribe viewers from any channels they think express wrongthink, like this one. Censorship makes puppies cry, and Captain America is very disappointed. So don't forget to check every now and then just to be sure you're still subscribed to us, and while you're at it, ring that notification bell so you never miss a word of our gun rights propaganda. And if you want to get email alerts for the best deals, the projects we're working on, and the hottest stuff you missed on the ARFCOM forums, you'll also find a Linktree link down there in the doobly-doo for our newsletter. And remember, if you want to help us keep bringing you banger content like this, please support the folks who support us. Not only does TNVC.com give you night vision with that cool, refreshing, never bitter taste that goes down smooth, they also have mounts, lights, training, swag, and all sorts of other fat-free gear to make you the bump in the night. I love you.